What if the most powerful tools, the ones that used to be locked away in big tech labs, what if they were just sitting right there on your desk, right now, completely free?
It almost sounds too good to be true, doesn't it?
But yeah, that's basically where we are now. We're talking about a huge boost in productivity and creativity that's suddenly open to pretty much everyone.
So today we're doing a deep dive. We've got this huge stack of sources looking at over 15 free AI tools that are honestly game changers.
Right. And our mission isn't just to list them out. We want to get into the strategy. How do these things actually change the way you do research or design stuff or just manage your day?
Yeah, we're looking for those aha moments, those
Yeah.
features that make you go, wow, like AI making podcasts out of your notes or
Yeah.
keeping characters looking the same in different images.
Exactly. Stuff that gives you a real practical edge, like starting today. So let's unpack this whole free AI toolkit thing. Okay, let's start where I think most people feel the pain. Research, just
Yeah.
wading through information. This is where AI stops being, a toy and becomes essential.
And the big player here, based on what we're seeing, is Google's NotebookLM.
Yeah.
You really need to think of it less like a chatbot and more like your own personal AI research assistant, really focused.
Mm-hmm. And what makes it so useful is how flexible it is with inputs, right? You can feed it normal documents, sure, long PDFs, article.
Yeah, but also, and this is key, entire YouTube videos.
Right, and it just automatically transcribes the audio?
Exactly. It pulls the speech right into written text. Transcription is just that, turning speech into writing.
Okay.
And once it's got that text, NotebookLM really shows its value. It doesn't just summarize, it connects things. It synthesizes.
And that killer feature, especially for busy people, seems to be this research package idea. You upload, 5 or 6 related documents on some topic, maybe a new market trend you're tracking. And NotebookLM just generates these really comprehensive summaries, mind maps even, and it flags connections between the documents that, honestly, you might have completely missed reading them separately. It's like stacking data Legos, but the AI builds the cool sculpture for you.
And that efficiency gets even better with the audio feature. It can create these audio overviews of reports or those document packages, and they sound like professionally done podcasts.
Seriously.
Yeah, so you can actually absorb the key points of some dense 50-page report while you're, walking the dog or driving. That's getting time back, a lot of time.
Okay, so beyond NotebookLM, the sources also mention Otter AI. That's more for meetings, right?
Right. Real-time meeting intelligence. It transcribes while people are talking, figures out who said what, and spits out summaries automatically so you can actually, be in the meeting instead of just typing.
Got it. And then there's Perplexity AI.
Ah, yeah, Perplexity. That's the research powerhouse that adds that layer of trust we need. It searches the web in real time like a search engine, but uses AI to analyze and summarize.
And the crucial part.
It gives you clear source citations. You know exactly where the information came from. That's absolutely essential for professional work. You need that credibility.
So, thinking beyond just taking notes, what's the single biggest time saver these research tools really offer people?
Simply put, they instantly synthesize complex sources, giving you actionable insights fast. Okay, so once we've got our research sorted, maybe using NotebookLM, the next step is usually creating something, right?
Makes sense.
And that's where you need a tool that can handle text, images, maybe even video, which leads us straight to Google Gemini.
Right, Gemini. And it's definitely more than just a chatbot. It's what they call multimodal.
Explain that a bit. Multimodal input.
It just means it can understand and work with different kinds of input at the same time, like text, images, documents, your voice. You could upload a spreadsheet and ask it to write a memo about the data. It handles both.
And what's really interesting is how they've woven in their image generation. The sources talk about this internal model, nicknamed Nano Banana.
Nano Banana, yeah.
And this is where some real visual magic seems to be happening. It apparently solves a huge headache for creative projects.
Which is character persistence.
Exactly. Usually you ask an AI for, say, a character in 5 different scenes, and they look kind of similar, but definitely different each time. Little inconsistencies.
Annoying.
Nano Banana supposedly fixes that. It keeps the character looking fundamentally the same across different pictures. Think about storyboarding or maybe creating visuals for a presentation.
Yeah, that would be huge. Keeping that visual identity consistent without needing a designer to constantly tweak things.
That consistency changes everything for rapid prototyping. Plus, Gemini apparently has some pretty advanced editing built in now, too. Taking objects out of images seamlessly, changing clothes realistically, stuff that used to need serious graphics software.
And then there are gems, these specialized versions.
Yeah, like pre-trained Gemini personas for specific jobs. Maybe a storybook helper or a career coach kind of thing. But the real power, maybe, is creating your own custom gem, training it for your specific business analysis needs or something unique like that.
And speaking of visuals, we have to mention VO, part of that Gemini ecosystem.
Oh yeah, VO, cinematic video generation.
Whoa. I mean, just imagine typing a prompt and getting back high-quality 1080p video clips with sound integrated instantly, even if it's often behind a, generous free trial. Just having access to that capability is kind of mind-blowing.
It totally shifts video creation. Makes it less about painstaking editing and more about quick iteration, trying ideas out fast.
So how do these specialized gems and this consistent image thing actually change the day-to-day for content creators?
They allow rapid prototyping and consistent branding across visuals and text quickly. Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Let's talk pure efficiency, getting professional-looking stuff out the door fast.
This is where something like Gamma AI comes in, right?
Exactly. Gamma's great for that. You give it your rough ideas, maybe just a text prompt, and it turns them into, like, polished presentations or documents, even basic web pages, usually in just a few minutes.
That speed is tempting, but the sources mention a pro tip for Gamma. Start with a really detailed outline in your prompt.
That's key.
Okay, but hang on. If I have to write a super detailed outline first, how much time is Gamma really saving me compared to just, building the slides myself? Isn't that just shifting the work around?
That's a fair question.
Yeah.
But I think it's about shifting the kind of work. You're moving away from the fiddly stuff, formatting, finding icons, layout tweaks, all that low-level execution.
Right.
And focusing just on the high-level thinking, the strategy, the flow of information. Gamma handles the grunt work based on your plan. You provide the reasoning.
And speaking of reasoning, that brings us to Claude from Anthropic.
Ah, Claude. Yeah, it seems to really excel at the heavier cognitive lifting, meaning complex tasks with multiple steps that need solid logic. Things like drafting detailed strategy reports, summarizing really dense legal docs, or doing in-depth comparisons, stuff where other models sometimes stumble.
Okay. And you could pair that kind of strategic thinking with something like Grammarly.
Yeah, and Grammarly's not just spell check anymore, is it?
Not at all. It goes way beyond grammar. It suggests changes to your tone, helps with clarity, making sure your writing lands the way you intend it to professionally.
And then for pure visual design, especially with text, there's Ideogram.
Oh, this is a big one.
Yeah, it tackles what used to be like the #1 frustration with AI images. Getting text right. Ideogram seems to be really good at generating images or logos where the text is actually spelled correctly and integrated properly.
Okay, vulnerable admission time. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes. Getting text right in images felt almost impossible for a long time. You'd ask for a sign saying open house and get open who's.
Yeah, we've all been there.
So tools like Ideogram finally cracking that's a massive unlock for anyone doing branding or marketing visuals.
Huge enabler. Removes a major roadblock.
So when speed is the main goal, using tools like Gamma or Claude, how do we make sure the output isn't just fast, but also, good, high quality, ethical?
Critical human oversight and fact-checking are always necessary for professional standards. Mid-roll sponsor, read placeholder.
All right, moving into our final segment here. The big question isn't just what these tools can do, but how we actually weave them into our work effectively. Let's talk workflow integration.
Yeah, because just having the tools isn't enough. The sources actually lay out a pretty structured way to think about it. It's about assigning specific tools to specific jobs during your day.
Like for your morning routine, maybe just 5 or 10 minutes. Use Perplexity AI to quickly get up to speed on industry news, properly sourced.
Right. And maybe Notion AI to review your goals for the day, get organized, quick hits.
Then, during the actual workday, you bring in the specialists. Otter AI for meetings, so you're not just taking notes.
Grammarly polishing your writing as you go. Claude for the really complex analysis or strategy thinking. Gamma for whipping up quick presentations when needed.
It's about synergy, right? Not using them in silos.
Exactly. You use NotebookLM to pull together research. Then you feed those key findings straight into Gamma AI to draft a presentation. Or you transcribe a meeting with Otter.
Okay.
And then maybe send that clean text to Claude to pull out the action items. Or do a deeper analysis of the discussion. connecting the dots.
And to really make that work, you have to get at least basically good at prompting, don't you?
Well, absolutely. Prompt engineering basics are crucial. You need to be specific, give context, and understand it's iterative. You probably won't nail it on the first try.
Right.
So maybe keep track of what prompts work well for certain tasks. Build up your own little playbook of successful workflows.
And with all this free power, we definitely need to touch on responsible use. Privacy, security.
Yeah, that's not negotiable. Free access doesn't mean zero responsibility. You still need your critical judgment.
So basic best practices.
Pretty straightforward, really. Don't upload super sensitive company secrets or, highly personal private information. Just be smart about it.
Makes sense.
And always take a look at the privacy policy before you dive deep into a new tool. Know what you're agreeing to.
And crucially, because AI can sometimes sound incredibly confident even when it's wrong.
Yeah, the hallucination problem.
You absolutely have to fact-check anything important that comes out of these tools. The human oversight for critical decisions, that stays, the buck still stops with you.
Okay, so thinking about how fast all this is changing, what's maybe the single most important rule for long-term success with AI?
Balance AI efficiency with your own judgment and constant learning of new features.
So wrapping things up, the big idea here is really that this AI revolution, this massive productivity boost, it's here now, it's accessible, and a lot of it is free.
These 15 tools we've talked about, they're like building blocks. They let you augment your own intelligence, focus on the more creative, higher-level work.
Yeah, the goal isn't to replace you, it's to augment you. Leverage the power, but always blend it with human creativity, human judgment.
And the good news is the competition in this space is so fierce that we can probably expect even more powerful features to keep trickling down into the free versions. Things will just keep getting better and more integrated.
Okay, so before we sign off, let's give everyone a really concrete action plan, something you can do in the next 15 minutes.
Right, step 1. Pick just one tool from our discussion today. The one that tackles your biggest daily headache. Maybe it's NotebookLM for research chaos. Maybe Ideogram for those annoying text-in-image problems. Just one.
Step 2. Spend the next 15 minutes, like right after this, just exploring its basic features. Don't try to become an expert. Just click around, get a feel for it.
And step 3. Use that tool to do one small, real task today. Don't put it off. Apply it immediately. Don't let this just be interesting information.
So the only question left really is, which free tool are you going to integrate first to start transforming your tomorrow? Otito music.